Hey, it's our farmer Gromisk. In today's video, we're going to talk about the reactions, the emojis, right, of your Facebook ads. How are your ideal clients feeling about your ads? Okay, so let's dive in. And if you're running ads, you're going to notice that you're getting likes, loves, shares, etc. But there's also other reactions that can give you a lot of insights how people are really feeling about your ads. And these can be anyone from the like, the love, the haha, then you have the anger emoji, and then you have the sad emoji. And some of these you don't really want to see much on your ads. Likes are good, loves are the best. You don't really want to see a lot of ha-has on your ad unless you're doing a funny ad and it's relevant to it. But if you're just doing a general ad and you're getting laughs, that's not necessarily could not be a good thing. Okay, I want to dive into each of these reactions and show you what they mean. So inside your ads manager, you'll be able to see that you have different ads and they have different reactions. In this case here we have 166 likes and loves, 3 comments, and 15 shares. And this one right here is 64 likes and loves and 2 comments. So these are positive reactions, positive things that we're getting from our ideal client in regards to our ad. So it lets us know, hey, this style of ad is doing pretty good. We have a good headline, we have good copy. All these things are meaningful to our audience, and their reactions gives us that insight. Now, here's the other thing. You might be looking at like, well, really, how can I really tell what these really means? If I do get a like, how can I really tell if I'm going the right direction? So here's the thing. When we look at a like, what this can really tell us is this is very neutral. The person, they like it, it's good, it's for them, and they give you their approval. Like, I like it, okay? So it's good. You want to get likes as much as you possibly can. It fills up the cup, helps the algorithm know, hey, this is a good creative. People like this. They want this to show up in their news feed. It's going to positively impact some other metrics, which I'll talk about here in a second. The next thing is your love. Okay, this is resonance. This is alignment. Loves is the one you want to get the most of. This means that people just don't like it. Not only do they approve of it, but they're resonating with it. They're in alignment with your messaging. And this goes very, very far when you're advertising on Facebook, Instagram. Okay? So usually this can also tells us that the messaging we're putting out, that our ideal client, they're seeing themselves in that messaging. So this is great for if you're a life coach, a relationship coach, health coach, finance, no matter who you are, you want to get a lot of love. This is one of the goals in essence of when it comes to engagement on the ads. Love actually brings your CPM cost down more. It increases your chance of being shared, and it increases your reach just within the Ads Manager platform, okay? So the next thing is that now we're going to go into the things that you don't really want much of, unless there's some specific cases. We have the haha. Okay, now think about it. Have you ever saw an ad and you're just like, it's a funny ad and you want to laugh at it? That's fine, right? That's good. That's the reaction that is warranted for that. But have you ever seen an ad and you see a bunch of laughs on it and they're advertising something like a business coaching offer, and it's maybe just a regular graphic, or it's a marketer sharing something like how they achieved a 50x return on ad spend, or how it helped a client in 6 months get to $3 million a year or something like that. And you see a lot of ha-has on it. And what this is just, it really equates to sarcasm in a lot of cases, and it's really just an off-target messaging. The audience, what you're advertising, what you're saying, the audience is just like, nah, this is not really it. They're laughing at the messaging. They're showing sarcasm in a way through reactions, okay? And like I said, 900% of the cases, if you have an ad that's truly funny, you're going to get that, and that's fine. That's the goal. But if it's not, if you're just like, hey, why are people laughing at my ad where I'm advertising XYZ? It's not something to laugh at, right? And this is just an indicator what the audience is telling you, that, hey, there's a mismatch going on in the messaging. Like, it's off-putting. The people who are seeing it, they're just put off by the messaging. And I would recommend making changes to your messaging, whether maybe not the graphic, but just maybe the hook or your headline or your entire copy, so you can see more likes and loves. Okay. Next is angry. This is one we definitely don't want, and I've created a video where we talk about how to hide this, because sometimes you can get competitors who are a little shisty, a little cheeky, and they're gonna do these reactions just to no other reason but they want to hurt your ad for whatever reason. But in other cases, if it's not that, if it's actually your ideal client who is giving you the angry reaction, here's what's happening is that the messaging is a complete mismatch, and or that audience is just frustrated with the topic. Either they're seeing too many of this same type of ad, everyone promising the same thing, saying the same thing, and they're just fed up with it, okay? And often it doesn't really fail too much. I can look at CPM costs on an ad like this, and we can see a very high CPM cost, okay? There's some cases where it may not be that, like again, it's a competitor or people are just angry with it. And we see this often sometimes in the weight loss niche, in the business niche, advertising niche. This does come up often, but it's a guiding light to let us know people are reacting angry to our ad that we're putting out. There's something that's a mismatch, something that's being said or done or previewed in a way where it's off-putting to the audience, and we don't really want to cause any more frustration for the audience, so we want to start changing that up, okay? And then lastly, what we have is sad. Now, again, there are some times where an ad can really warrant this. If it's a story that's kind of sad, but it's maybe you're giving hope at the end of it anyways, sometimes you get this. And this can happen a lot for transformational coaches, especially those who are in life coaching and relationship coaching, and they're telling their story, and it is maybe a sad story. People will give this. However, other than that, this just shows that there's a deep emotional connection, and it's not necessarily a bad thing to have sad on your ad. However, if it's something unrelated, if you're advertising something that is unrelated or is not really relevant to give a sad emoji reaction on, you could look and you could see, hey, there's a mismatch somehow in the messaging. That you can look at that as that could be a form of anger, or they're just sad, or it's just like, this is just sad. We want to look at our messaging and see, where am I mismatching somehow? What's going on here? Okay, because all you have to do is make those changes to your messaging, and you can start seeing a big improvement in the reactions that you're getting on your ads, and you can start seeing a lot better and more improved results. So let's pop into the Ads Manager real quick. I want to show you some metrics that you want to pay attention to. Now, these ads examples here, they have good reactions and they're going to be of the good caliber. But I want you to analyze your account. Just off of the same thing I'm looking at here. Or if you have an ads manager running your ads for you, have them look at your account, have them look at your ads, see and make sure these things are in alignment, okay? So one thing that we want to make sure we look at, again, is going to be, I mentioned click-through rate. So you want to change your columns to performance and clicks. And what you're going to do is scroll on over until you see your click-through rate. Ideally, you want to have most of these above 2%, ideally above 2.5 and closer to 3%. That's going to show you have a good ad. And you can see here, this is the exact example I just shared with you with the ones that had the most, like not the most, but had a really good amount of engagement and reactions. You can see it has a really, really strong click-through rate. And the next thing is the link click-through rate. This right here, the benchmark is a 1%. So out of everyone who clicks on your ad, we want more of them to also click on the link too as well. Okay, so 1.96 is very strong, and you can see there's been some changes that we've done to this for the headline, for the copy, and things like that to get it to perform at this level, okay? So these are the two metrics that you really want to pay attention to the most, especially when it comes, if you're looking like, man, my ad's not really getting good engagement. I'm getting nothing. I'm not getting any likes at all. I'm not getting no comments, no shares. Like, it's total dud. You want to make sure you can look at this to see that your click-through rate is above 2%, ideally over 2.5%, better off at 3%. The next thing is your CPM cost. This right here is also another indicator if the ad is performing well or not. And again, you can see an ad if it's not getting much reaction. If your CPM cost is above $42, generally speaking, you have room for improvement. There are some niches where that's warranted, but very, very rare that anything above $42 for the mass market is considered a high CPM to really be at. Okay, so you want to get that down below $42. Low 30s, high 20s, teens if possible, like this situation here. So these are the metrics that you really want to pay attention to on your advertising campaigns. This is what's going to help you to get better results on your ads, okay? And what's going to happen is you'll start seeing a lot more likes. You'll start seeing a lot more love. You'll start seeing a lot more comments, and you want to start seeing a lot more shares, okay? So if you're getting a lot of hearts, if you're getting some care, even some sad emojis on your reaction on your ads, really you're resonating. that's fine. You can keep moving forward. You can start scaling. You can start just, you don't have to keep testing as much. If you're getting a lot of angry and a lot of ha-has, and it's not ha-ha in the sense that it's not funny, why you're laughing, this is where you want to really pause those campaigns, pause that ad, and really reassess, introduce a new messaging, whether it's a new creative, a new headline, a new hook, a new copy. Introduce that so you can start seeing now what the performance is going to look like. Okay, so again, if you've been running ads and you're not really looking at testing or even paying attention to the emotional feedback that you're getting from your audience, this is a really great area to start paying attention to. I've seen a lot of coaches spend over $5K a month who have not really been looking at this, and they're trying to figure out, how can I get more ads to scale? It's always a scamper of, these work really well, they stopped working and we're introducing new ads, or the ads just did not converting as well. The ROAS is 2-3 years ago, the ROAS was 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the ROAS is a negative ROAS. You're kind of losing money and not really making it back. You're trying to figure out, where do you look at? The emotional reaction of your ads is one of the top places to look, because this is going to really give you a lot of insights on what changes you can make, or what direction the audience is actually seeing your ad. Okay, now if this has been helpful to you, if you actually want to get expert support, an expert audit, or even get my eyes on your ad, I want to invite you to schedule a free, it's a 30-minute scale with ad strategy session. On this strategy session, we're going to sit together and we'll be able to create a crystal clear vision for you having a successful advertising campaign month in, month out. The clearest and the quickest path so you can get the most return back on your investment possible. And lastly, you'll leave with an exact roadmap of advertising success. What it's going to look like for you and your business to start leveraging Facebook ads so you can see a higher return on investment. Okay, so what you want to do is go to www.arfanhussein.com/start. There's going to be a link on there to schedule this free 30-minute scale with ads call. It'll be a short form to fill out so I can get some more information about you, and also make sure it's a good win-win situation. Okay, if you're brand new, you've never run ads, you don't have an ad account, well, you're not even really ready yet. You want to have proven offers. You want to show that, hey, you've generated high 5 figures or 6 figures in sales, because that's when you're ready to really step into advertising. Okay, so again, call is totally complimentary. It's for those who are really looking to get the better results on their ads. So it's totally free. And lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you found this very helpful, and share it with someone too as well. With that being said, my name is Arfan. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will catch you on the next video.